We just shipped a new version of Kalki. You told us editing text and measurements wasn't easy enough, and we listened. If you go to your project now and go to your specifications, the whole page is now an editable Word document. So no more double-clicking on content to open a model. You can just edit right in the document. Further, to edit text, you can type slash and insert, for example, bulleted lists or tables or images. But you can also import your source text from here. So this imports the text from your default specification. You can, of course, remove it again. And if you are wondering what's my source, then you can go next to the title. You have this icon and it shows you who last edited the article and what is the source. Furthermore, you see that the titles here, I have a color. Also, this white space is there to give you space to edit. In the exports, this won't be visible. Now, if I want to change my styles of my titles, you can. This was also a very popular request. If I go to my settings, I go to brand styles. Here I can change my brand colors, my default fonts, the body, and also the heading. So if I change a color here, then you will see, and if I click save, I go back to my project. Then I need to refresh once for all the styles to be applied. And then you see your styles have been applied. And this is also how it's going to be visible in your PDF, except for the white space, of course. Next, measurements. You've told us you want measurements to act more like an Excel table. And now they are. You can now, if you press enter here in your table on the last row, a new row is added. If you do that multiple times, more rows are added. If I make a group, I can select multiple rows and move them at once into my group. Before, you could only select one row at a time. Also, if you copy paste from one article to another, it now works very easily. Also, on groups, we gave it a background color, so it's more readable that these are groups. When you navigate through this table, excuse me, you can do so by clicking your arrow keys and navigate through the whole table like this. So this too should make it easier to edit measurements. Next, we have a handy filter. This was already here for a moment. So you can select your measurement type, for example. If I want to see all my lump sum quality articles, then I can in this way. And this filter system, we added it also to your estimations and to offer compare. So you can now select based on prices that are empty or that are partially priced. So this will help navigate these pages as well. And the last thing you see is a search bar where you can just search for anything and it will show the articles who contain, it will select on the titles. So everything with bow here is shown. If I clean my filter, I see everything again. So that's it. Big improvement on editing text, on measurements, and on filtering and searching on all pages. And then, of course, in your settings, finally, brand styles for your whole specification document. Hope you enjoy.